First big break as a solo artist, you'd have to go way back to just when, you know, I was still with Combination, but it got to the point where I was just consistently working. I was just going studio, you know, banging out a load of tunes and just, you know, putting together a mixtape that I didn't even realize was a mixtape back then, because that wasn't really the thing to do. So it got to the point where I had like 20 songs. I was like, I'm just gonna put these all on one CD and I'm just gonna go around and give it out for free, because I just want people to hear me. It's not about making money at that point. And I just remember when, you know, the first time I went to see DJ Cameo, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna come and take you up on a legal radio station. And I was just like, wow, like, you know, because I'd been on Pirates for so long. So that was like the first time somebody actually pressed play on a massive platform, and you know, I'm really thankful for that, man. Big up DJ Cameo always. I think it is a bit easier coming through as a group. I think definitely the immediate advantages are you have people around you that can push you. And I think that's what me and the boys done. Like, if Calabar rang me with a new verse, I was like, okay, cool. When I come off the phone, I'd make sure I've got a new verse to ring him back and say, listen, I've got this one. And it was like healthy competition daily, you know? So I definitely think it's good to come through as a collective. Coming through, I definitely bumped into a few people that helped mentor me. Like, that they were definitely in better positions than I was. You know, Frisco being one, always used to drop me advice. Getz, when I bumped into Getz. Even someone like Chip, although he's younger than me, but he was in, you know, a great position, so he could really school me on what was to come. Wiley, he dropped a few gems on me. And yeah, it's nice when you meet people that have a good thing to say. Sway as well, you know, I really had a good conversation with Sway quite early on. And it's nice that people like that do find time to give back to the new artists, do you know what I mean? I think the lack of me cursing is just catching myself in the right time. I think there is so many words you can use, but sometimes those kind of words are it's just very impactful, but it just doesn't happen to just flow with me all the time, do you know what I mean? And I've been very good up until about 1 or 2 tracks on the album, but I had to purposely do it because it's part of the growing up stage on the record. So yeah, but I think you know, express yourself how you need to express yourself, but be very conscious that you use certain words, it's kind of going to hinder you, and it's not going to be able to get played to the masses because those words are not words that are, you know, that are allowed everywhere. So you just have to be conscious, and I think I've always been conscious of that as a writer. You know, I've been clever about it. So yeah. Top of my collaboration wish list, Chris Martin, as always. I'd love to go in the studio with Kanye, James Blake, Laura Mvula I want to work with as well. So much people, man. I like Paolo Nutini as well. Crazy album. Yeah, that's it. I definitely think there are opportunities for young people to break through. I think there's a lot of online platforms as well. I think you can really build your buzz and build your career online. And then by the time you hit TV, you're at a point where it's like, that's going to introduce you to a new audience. And I think artists shouldn't ever be afraid of doing the legwork. And you know, things like Brand New are good, man, because you get introduced to a load of new acts that are probably going to go through and have a massive year, because it's a big cosign to get that, you know. So I definitely think work hard up to that point, and then that will take you to the next step like it did with myself. I got my break, now it's time to get yours.